This video is kindly sponsored by Colin and the lads over at West Cork Beard Company. All their products are handmade in Clonakilty, County Cork. I've been doing my best over the last few months with these products to try sort of shape and grow this shite beard that God gave me. I think I'm doing an okay-ish job. And I have some products they sent me I want to show you. It's an exclusive announcement. They're bringing out a brand new beard soap for September, Clean Mint. Oh, that is clean mint, baby. Bit of that in the hands. It does smell lovely, to be fair. We've also got this new beard comb. That is next level stuff. Thought the brush was good before. And all the products come in their own separate boxes. Again, handmade in Clonakilty, County Cork. You don't have to get a big batch of stuff. You can buy one little thing as a small gift for someone. And if you want to get 10% off everything on the website, go to westcorkbeardcompany.ie. Use the code GURU at checkout. You'll get 10% off. Thanks to Colin and the lads for supporting the channel. Now let's test out this pint. How are you lads? I am in the beautiful town of Blackrock, down the coast in South Dublin. I came here to try out the new pub called the Blackrock, set up by the Leinster rugby lads, Jamie Heaslip, the Carneys and Sean O'Brien. I got here, it's about 1:30 now. Turns out it's not open until 3 o'clock. So I'm gonna put up on Instagram now, where's the best pint of Guinness in Blackrock. I'm gonna go there and then at least I'll have a bit of a sort of a reference point for when I go to the Blackrock. The reason I'm going to the Blackrock is because it's just opened. I have to say, I feel obliged to say this is no way sort of sponsored or anything like that. They haven't even invited me. I'm going off my own accord. But I heard that I saw on Twitter they've got their own Guinness glass washing machine, totally separate machine. So very rare you hear of that. So it would suggest the place would have very good Guinness. So let's see what happens. How are you doing?
Oh yeah.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I have a YouTube channel called The Guinness Guru, and I go around reviewing Guinness.
Yeah.
I go to certain places. I say to people, "Where's the best Guinness in said place?" And obviously in Blackrock, most people recommend it here.
Yeah.
So I just basically sit in the corner. I film myself. I'll make sure there's no one else in the video, and I'll drink the pint if that's okay with you. Yeah. Just one Guinness then, please. Right. So just in the Blackrock, just in Breffany's now. Sound man behind the bar said, "Yeah, no problem. Do your thing." So yeah, we're off the cuff as per usual. He said he'll bring you the pint. He said he'll bring me the pint. So great service so far in Blackrock. Wipe the table. No messing here.
Now you get a bonus point. You find a Guinness beer, man.
Fair play to you. That is brilliant. Yeah. I always take a picture of it, and I'm always like fucking Coors Light or a Heineken Mats, and I usually just take it off and put it on the table. So that's brilliant. Fair play. Did you have to dig that out?
Yeah.
Good man.
Look at the back of it there now. Have a look at the back of it.
Wow. 11 years old.
Yeah.
And just a big. Do you have a stash of them, or only a few left?
A few. Just in the corner of the lounge.
I won't tear it up, so. Thanks a million.
You want to pay now or do you want to pay after?
I'll pay now if that's alright.
Yeah,
or actually, no, I'll come up to you, alright?
No, you can pay me after if you want some.
Yeah, I'll pay after. Yeah. Thanks a million. Sound. Good guy. Yeah, you heard all that. That's what's sitting under it. I usually have to take a picture and I'm like, oh, for feck's sake. What a legend. Romeo and Juliet, baby. Right, drink it the fuck. Sláinte lads, serious dome. Glass is perfectly clean, feels the perfect temperature, head looks perfect. Dome is huge, no bubbles in the head. This could be a cracking pint. That light is fucking with my face there now. Right, here we are. Oh. So yeah, I'm actually glad I'm coming here. Obviously I do these videos. It's like with the podcast now and stuff, like I could be filming 1 or 2 or 3 days a week. Now most of the time, like say with the podcast, literally 1 pint. Today was supposed to be 1 pint. I'll stretch it to 2, but you are trying to keep it. You're trying to being real. It's not the fun side of it, but you're trying to keep the pint consumption relatively low if you're doing it for a career. keep the old heart from exploding and the belly from exploding as well. But I must say, I'm very glad of the serendipity of the situation that has led me here to the Breffni, whatever it's called, the Breffmeister. I was saying thinking on the way out, thinking outside, the word Breffni. I always just, if anyone, it's a very niche thing to know, but if anyone ever used to watch The Irish Apprentice, there was a guy called Breffni, he called himself the Breffmeister, comedy gold. So yeah, I think of this place as the Breffmeister, but a bloody lovely pint. I'm bloody glad I was kind of steered in the direction of this pub. What a gent that man was serving me the pint. That is lovely. Yeah, so like I said, plan was just to come here, do the new pub. It's always, I think you lads always like to see when something new opens and people are talking about it online. I like to go and give my opinion. But on the other hand, I'm glad the situation worked out that the other place was closed until 3, because it gives me a chance to, I put out on Instagram what's the best pint of Guinness in Blackrock, and I'd say 60-70% of the answers said the Breffni. And now I'm thinking it's really good for me to have something to compare it to. Whereas if I just go in kind of raw off the cuff into the Blackrock, I'm thinking, is this pint good, is it bad? This is the standard of Blackrock, this is really, really good. And now the Blackrock pub itself is going to get a proper review and compared to probably the best pint in Blackrock, even though it's the only one I'm going to, apart from the Blackrock. That's fucking lovely, lads. Like, there's nothing I can really pick out that's that's bad about it. Like I said at the start, all those qualities are kind of remaining as it goes on. An aesthetically beautiful pint. The shtick is very good. Also glass. I mean, you talk about, you try to not let the kind of the experience with the bartender and the pub itself to come into it, but like when I came in, place was quite quiet and you're just thinking, oh yeah, just a regular pub. There's nothing really on the walls, it's just a very basic kind of old style pub. Not in a bad way, but it's not like the decor is nothing to write home about, but like it's clean, it looks grand. But then like the barman comes over and then I explain the crack to him and he brings out the feckin' Arthur's Day 2011 Guinness mat. Like, that's unbelievable. So it's hard not to let that stuff affect the score, but it's also just a really, really good pint. Oh yeah, good, that's a burp of a good pint. So pleasantly surprised. I was thinking like I'd come here and the best pint of Blackrock might be like a 7 or so, but I must say, as my old pal Conor McGregor would say, again another quite niche joke, he would say the Guinness Guru was blown away. I pretty much am blown away by this one. I don't know if it's the unexpectancy of it all, but fucking what a life. Smooth, creamy finish all the way to the end. Fuck, what are we going to give that? Lads, I mean, it's probably going to seem like quite a high score, but I have to give that an 8.4 out of 10. Just trying to think of other pints that I've given an 8.4 out of 10, and that's just a really, really good pint. I've had slightly thicker pints in the past, I've had slightly richer. It was you know, it was just like an 8.4, 8.5 out of 10 on every level. The creaminess, the shtick, everything was that sort of 8.4, 8.5 out of 10. It wasn't like it was unbelievably creamy, but not that everything was just really good and really solid. So for me, 8.4 out of 10 for the Breffni in Blackrock. What a start. Barman, if you ever see this, you're an absolute gent. I'm gonna go up and pay now. I will have put the price on the screen already, so that was an irrelevant sentence. Right, so yeah, still chuffed with that pint back in the Breffni. Now we walk about 70 metres up the street. The Blackrock looks like there's a bit going on outside. Looks like it's open. How are you?
Doing well.
Very well.
How are you getting on?
I'm good, thanks.
You were here at 1:30.
I was, yeah. I was lurking around there, right?
Looking around, yeah.
Jesus, some spot to be fair.
Yeah, good. Just done a lot with the space now.
Yeah.
Done a lot with the space, so it's...
Was it a Wetherspoons before?
It was the Wetherspoons before, yeah, so no Guinness.
Yeah. Right, well, I'll have a pint of hop house. Right, again, great hospitality in Blackrock. Barman said he was going to drop it up. First impressions, pretty impressive spot. Like, it's absolutely massive. It just looks like, I don't know, I'm interested to see the price of the pint. It's a very classy looking establishment. Like, you wouldn't want to be coming in here if you didn't have a few hundos in the pocket kind of thing. But like, at the end of the day, it's in Blackrock. People around Blackrock tend to have money, so why not make a place where people can spend the money? But yeah, no, like it's fucking. Again, I always feel obliged to say, like, this is not any sort of a sponsor thing whatsoever. They never even contacted me for coming here. I just heard that they had the kind of special, they had good Guinness. I heard they had the special washing machine, all that sort of stuff, or dishwasher. So I said I'll come and check it out. And was it a certain person's idea who said, let's try?
So I'll tell you where it came from. So we inherited 3 machines from Wetherspoons. We just said, now that we have the 3, we're just going to have to designate one just solely for Guinness. So they're dumped separately in their own sink. Yeah. And then put into that washer just to fucking...
Well, yeah, it kind of reminds me of Conor McGregor's place. It just looks like, it's a brand new place. It looks like they've pumped hundreds of thousands into it. It used to be a Wetherspoons, believe it or not. But it makes sense because it's massive. But I guess people at Blackrock, the Wetherspoons name isn't really going to work. But yeah, very impressive. Thank you, sir.
I'll leave the beer mat out.
I'm ready to rock.
Lovely.
Personal beer mats and all.
Personalised beer mats and the whole lot.
No stone unturned.
No stone
I feel
unturned.
that's the vibe here, yeah.
That's the vibe at the moment.
Yeah. Thanks very much.
Enjoy.
Looks pretty good. Could have another millimetre of dome, but I reckon barman played it conservative, played it safe instead of spilling it. So can't really blame the man for that. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. He gave it to me the second it was poured, so it's got another about 10-15 seconds to settle. M22 on the glass. Again, if you don't know at this stage, can you see the glass there? The M22, the M, I'm not exactly sure. It's some sort of measurement, whatever the measurement a pint is, that's it. But to be fair, the Guinness glass washer must be working because that glass is pristine. Old style glass, great to see. I'll say before I'll say it again, the new style glass is being phased out. You're not going to see a new style glass in Ireland in 10 years time. That's a fact. Stand by that. Could have another millimetre of domage, but like I said, I think barman, we're having a bit of crack together. I think he thought, there's no way I'm overdoing this, so he played it safe. But listen, it's solid. Tiny bit of domage, but could be more. Domage in the Breffney was definitely better, but also glass, good temperature. I'm happy so far. Sláinte lads, that is just about ready to skull. No bubbles in the head, to be fair, very creamy. Literally, only thing lacking is another, he just pulled out too early. You should never pull out too early, but you should, if you know what I'm saying. Sláinte, the long awaited, we got here in the end. Drink it to fuck. Okay, so now this is where it comes in that it was a great idea going to the Breffney first, because I have a reference point. I keep saying that, but I do. By no means is that a bad pint. That is a good, lovely pint. But because I've just been in the Breffney, and listen, if the lads are watching, Heaslip, Carney's, Sean O'Brien, if the lads are watching, I can't imagine they would expect, especially from the first few weeks, that their Guinness is going to be better than probably the best Guinness in Blackrock. So I wouldn't say I'd say they kind of knew deep down if I was going to go to the Breffni first and then come here, me speaking as if they give a fuck about my review. But anyway, maybe they are watching. But what I would say to the lads is that is a good point. I do find when pubs open, it just like there's a reason why the likes of the Gravediggers is such a good point. They've been making Guinness there for 180 years or whatever it is. So I do find it very, very hard for a brand new pub to get a really good pint of Guinness. That's solid, that's lovely. But I feel like that Breffni place probably been there ages, and that's why. And there's a couple of old lads behind the bar. Not old lads, a couple of lads behind the bar who probably know a thing or two about pouring a pint. But anyway. Yeah, I mean it's lovely pint of Guinness. Not really sticking to, again it's the age old debate about the shtick, it's not really hugging the side of the glass like the last pub. Maybe the glasses, that's something I've discovered, like are the glasses been cleaned too much? But we never really know that. But I mean, look, it's a good pint of Guinness. It's not blowing my nuts off. But to be honest, the place itself is blowing my nuts off more than the pint, because this place is fucking unreal, to be fair. Yeah, it's like that. If this. It just suits the area. That's all I can really say. Like, it's not like, it doesn't feel like going down the local and having a few quiet pints. Like this just feels like, you know, maybe you come here with the missus, or like you come here to celebrate something or something like that. It's just got that vibe about it. Like you wouldn't be in here the whole time, you know. You come here for special occasions, but nah, it's a fucking lovely boozer, to be fair. Okay. Start to sum this thing up, like, yeah, the old shtick, the lacing, it's not hugging the glass. But I do feel like if I came here in 6 months, I'd get a better pint. It's just, I just don't really know how a brand new pub is going to produce a perfect pint of Guinness, because you got to have trial and error, you got to see what works for your taps, you got to see different glass cleaning methods, all that sort of bullshit. But it's good, but a lot of room for improvement. But it's, you know, it was worth coming here. The pub itself is absolutely class, to be fair. But the Guinness needs work, but I'm sure the work will go in and it will be improved. And I might even come back in a year or something like that. So as you can see, shtick not too great. I know it's kind of like, at this stage we know the shtick doesn't exactly correlate with how lovely the pint was, but I mean, it is kind of all in the aesthetic with this one. I'm happy to give that good, very decent pint. I'm happy to give it a 7.5 out of 10. A lot of room for improvement. The one I had across the road was a good bit better, hence the 8.4 out of 10. But for now, the Blackrock, a solid start, 7.5 out of 10.